Hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to another episode of the MotoGP 20 career mode. This time we're heading into round number 4 of our MotoGP season, which is of course season 3 of career mode. If you've missed the previous 2 seasons, go check them out. We did Moto 3, Moto 2, and now we're here in the GP class. So also check out last race. If you missed that, what happened last race, I do not want to talk about it, so go and check it out yourself. Yeah. Let's just say I'm pretty salty. So I think we found our rival as well for this season, but nonetheless, what do we need for this? They're still working on it 3 weeks time, so we push on a little bit further, head into week 18 now, and we've got new candidates again, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. Might be worth hiring a better personal manager, because I mean, yeah, need to source out a good contract. He's got what, a signing on bonus of 40k. No, I'm not going to do anything yet. We need to save up money because we need we need to be able to terminate this contract if we need to. I'm keeping that in my back pocket. But anyway, it's going to be a wet race. It's going to be dry quali. It's going to be an interesting Grand Prix weekend here at Jerez. So let's head down to the grid. So here we are in free practice 1. Then we're going to do the distance analysis test again. Get a few R&D points, and like I say, every time we're just going to dial in, get a few laps under our belt before we head into qualifying, get us warmed up nicely. Maybe we'll make it into Q2. I doubt it, but we almost did last time out, so let's see if we can do it this time here at Jerez. So we're a little bit stuck behind Quartararo at the minute. I'm going to send one up the inside. Oops. Down he goes. Sorry about that, Quartararo. It's only practice, I guess, but I'm a bit mad at the AI after last race. But we were going for a quick lap, but I mean, we were stuck a little bit behind Quartararo. What's the time now? 36.9 is what we needed, and we didn't pass it. So that's a bit annoying. We didn't even hit the first time. Distance analysis, you need to get both laps under the time. So yeah. Right then, here we are in qualifying. I've decided to just come along to qualifying now. We didn't get the development test done, so we didn't get those extra R&D points, which is a bit disappointing, but we're here in qualifying. I've gone for a soft in the front and a medium in the rear, just to see if we can get a little bit extra grip from the rear and not overheat it. But let's see then what we can do on this qualifying time. I expect we're going to need to do 3 or 4 laps in qualifying here to get up to pace, but let's see what we can do then in our opening lap. Into the final corner then. We've been going pretty quick on this qualifying lap, and we're just going to tuck in the slipstream with Brad Binder as we come across the line. 35.8 is the time to beat. 36.3 is what we get. We lose a lot of time in the last sector, and Brad Binder getting stuck behind him. The AI seem to be getting on my nerves a little bit lately, so I'm going to head back into the pit. We've got some damage to repair. Hopefully we can go out again in this this practice session. I do want to look at our times. 5 minutes. We're going to have to skip on. It's going to be about 3 minutes left in this session. Gonna go for a soft. I mean, I don't know. We lost a lot of time in the final sector, and it might be to do with that soft front. I mean, I doubt it, but I'm gonna go for the same combo again. Knock half a lap of fuel off as well, just to help minimise the weight. And let's take a look at the lap times. We're only in 8th. We need to knock off about. We need to knock off 0.6 of a second, really, to get near where we want to be. So let's head out on track then. Brand new tyres, a bit of fuel, and let's see. This is our last shot at getting into qualifying 2. Getting a decent exit out of the final corner. Then we got an overtake done on the Tech 3 there. Is it enough to get a good result in qualifying? 36.2. I don't know how we lose so much time in that final sector. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. How do we lose so much time? We go so quick overall in the lap time, unless that leaderboard is wrong, you know what I mean, like the counter, because we were getting quicker. Apparently we were a second quicker in the first sector, then half a second in the second, and then half a second in the third, and then all of a sudden we're 7/10 off. So I don't know what's gone on there. That's weird, but we've only qualified in 9th place in Q1. God, we've got a lot of work to do in this season. So the rain might help us out. So we'll have to wait and see about that one. But let's head down to the lights out on the grid. So then we're on the grid. We're near the back, but the weather's wet. Hopefully the AI will crash. We need to get a top 15 result at least. But really to get 10th place in the championship, we need to start getting into the top 10. So let's see what we can do then. I haven't got any extra fuel in the bike, and we're here in the wet conditions at Jerez as well. So soft tyres as well. So let's see how we get on. Power mode 2 up into turn number 1. Gonna go late round the outside. It's very tight here. The crash is Alex Marquez. Vengeance has happened, and we're trying to weave our way up the inside. Iannone, I don't know where he is, but he's gone down. We've made a good start. Iannone is crashing all over the place, and we've got cold tyres, and I'm struggling with frame rate. Whatever Milestone have done in the recent updates, they've completely tanked the PC performance. It ran like butter before, but I don't know what's gone on here, but there are some frame rate issues, but hopefully it doesn't affect the video too bad. And we're trying the end of the straight. We're on a little charge here at the start, coming from near the back. We're into P14. Trying to get Zarco, trying to get Aleix. So Vinales struggling again down in 11th place. Going around the outside of Zarco on the exit there, and now send it. Oh, there we go. Block him off, and we're up into P13. Coming around turn 12 now, and then we're going to be heading into the final corner, where we might be able to get a job done around the outside on our teammate. Wet pace is good. Must be nice and stable, this bike in the wet or something, but it's worked well. And out at the final corner onto the main straight, where we're into P12. We've got our teammate on the outside there. Late on the brakes, up into turn number 1. A bit wide at the exit. Thought no way we're going to get that, but our teammate's trying to come back at us. We get him back. He's trying to up the inside again. This could be an opportunity to get into the top 10 these wet weather conditions. So after a horrendous last race where we could have got some good points, and after a poor qualifying performance here in the dry, the wet weather, finally the racing gods reward us with some good wet weather pace. Nice and stable with the rear. Tyres are a bit cold. Glad I didn't go for mediums. Late on the brakes. Can't send one up the inside of Morbidelli there, but the AI is struggling with traction on the exit. Luckily I can get a decent exit. And onto the back of Franco now. We're just trying to get any sort of heat into the tyres if we can. Stuck in behind Franco Morbidelli, and then the other Yamaha of Vinales just ahead of him. Plenty of time left in this race to get up the ladder as well. And here we go, sending one up the inside into the final corner. He's stuck on the outside, nothing he can do, and we get a decent exit. We're going to go power mode 2. Down the straight, 43.6 from Marc Marquez. What do? We're not going that quick, but it's not bad. Here we go then. Maverick Vinales is next. Where can we get him? Starting to get a bit of heat into the tyres now. Just helping us out. I feel like Marc Marquez is absolutely running away with this one. 3/10 off of Maverick. Ooh, out a little bit wide. Gonna go power mode 2 down this back straight then. Gonna go run on Maverick Vinales. Send one up the inside into P10. We hit the top 10 for the first time in our career here. Who's crashed? Maverick's crashed. Oh, he couldn't hold on there. He just couldn't hold on, and we're running it a bit deep into turn 9. Franco Morbidelli closes the gap a little bit again. I've been using a little bit of power mode 2 just to try and keep the pace up, really. I'm glad it's not drying up the track either. We don't have to try and increase the pace. We can just keep going with these hopefully constant wet conditions. I've ran it deep into the final corner, but it means we can get a good exit still, so that's not bad. And Morbidelli's still right behind us. Quartararo in second. Braking into turn number 1 again though. A little bit deep. I'm using the dry lines by accident, and now this is allowing the Petronas Yamaha behind us to really close in, and he's trying to slide through there. Oh, I thought he was going round then. Right, what is the gap now? To Petrucci, I think it is, just up the road, so got a bit of work to do. 1.2 seconds, he is up the road. Oh, Nakagami's crashed out behind us. Would be good to keep breaking up further into the top 10. That would really help our championship charge. We've got Petrucci here who's starting to flack a little bit. He's fallen off of the 2 Suzukis there, but he's just closed them right in as they're going side by side through these corners. That's not helping them out at all, but it's helping us out. So I'll take that. We're going to watch out for Morbidelli behind, of course. A little bit wide there. There's just no grip out here. Monsoon conditions making it tricky, but also, whoa! This gap is just staying the same. I'm struggling to try and bridge the gap here. And we're coming under pressure. We're sort of yo-yoing up to the back of them, and then we drop off, and then Morbidelli puts the pressure on again, and it's just a very exhausting race. It's very demanding. Again, still a second off, a bit deep there. Still about 1.1 seconds through that next few sectors. Last sector to go now. I'm messing up the entry as it's hitching my shoulder. Oh, come on. There's no grip out here. The tyres are obviously starting to go off a little bit. They're not wearing that badly actually, but they're just going a bit cold and hot and then cold and hot. So I need to keep the temperature up in the optimal temperature range, and then we should be able to close them down. So about 4 laps to go here then. 44.9. I don't know what the fastest lap of the race is so far, but we run it wide at turn 1. I need to brake a little bit earlier into turn 1 actually, I think. Petrucci and Rins are going side by side here, which is actually allowing us to catch up a little bit. And Petrucci now getting through on both Suzuki riders. Rins and Mir putting in a good performance here in the wet actually. Getting ahead of Rins for now. Whether it will last is a different story. Valentino Rossi splits the Ducatis there. Is that Dovi in front of Rossi? I think it must be. Morbidelli's dropped back now. Very slippy conditions as we close up on the back of Alex Rins now. They're struggling with the exit, those Suzukis up the road. We're in a bit wide there, and me to be honest, following them. Right then, oh, everyone's just fishtailing. You can definitely see the AI struggling here. It's great to see from the AI, even if they do stupid things like out Argentina. I'm not letting that one go. Not letting that one go. We're going to get through on Rins if we can now. I'm going to start being a bit more aggressive, pushing in the wet. They're all struggling with the exit, but then when they eventually get the power down, they pull away. Look at that, they're away. There's Aprilia in a straight line. Miller's in third. Closed up a little bit more onto Rins, and Mir's now on the back of Petrucci again. This is heating up. We've only got 2 laps left after this one, so if we want to go for it, now's the time to go for it. Going up to power mode 2, and these guys are all getting into little battles here, which is going to help us out, get a few more positions if we can keep up the pace, and I'm struggling with the power there. Morbidelli's closing back up behind. I'm coming in late on the brakes at the inside of Alex Rins. Whoa, he has to go out wide as we come deep in on the brakes there. Is he going to come back up our inside? I can hear that Suzuki engine screaming. Yeah, side by side with Alex Rins as he gets a little bit out of shape there. Bit more sportsmanlike behaviour from Rins than Alex Marquez, but we're through. P9 now. Making this Aprilia work in the wet, and you see some of the factory bikes are struggling. Petrucci, Dovi, Mir, Rossi, all over the back of Danilo Petrucci, going the long way round, late on the brakes if we can. Is he going to come back up our inside? He's definitely right there, but he can't put the power down, and we're through. Up into P8 now, power mode 2 if we can. Ah, the Ducati power, look at it go. Just leaves us for dust. I'm going to come back on the brakes, but I think it's a bit far back. The factory bike, once it releases its power, it is gone. Getting back at him. He's going to have to go wide, getting into a bit of a dogfight here. We could pick up a fair few positions. Valentino now on Cal Crutchlow. Two very good riders in the wet. We're looking at Mir for P7 now. We've really had to work for this one. Come on, Aprilia, let's go. Get a move on. We're really pushing this bike to its limit and past it. Nothing we can do on the brakes there. Mir, let's get him. Come on, hold it. Yes, into P7. Dovizioso's next. We're on a bit of a roll here. Oh, I thought about it, and I thought the front was just about to fold then. Just less than a tenth of a second off. We're trying to get alongside Dovizioso. We're on the outside there. That's going to be a screenshot and a half. It's back to the action. We're side by side with Dovi. He nerves us out wide a little bit. Pausing it probably cost us the overtake there, but I mean, I'll take that. That was a lovely shot for the thumbnail. Here we go up the inside. Hold the inside line. Hold that middle ground. He's going to have to go the long way around if he wants to get through. Right, Cal Crutchlow next for 5th place. Quartararo going fast at the end of the Grand Prix. Hunting down Marc Marquez. I do wonder what that gap is. We're less than a second behind Crutchlow. Going to turn number 1. Crutchlow's getting all out of shape. Can we get a top 5 for Aprilia? What a good resurgence this is from the last race and from the poor performance in qualifying. Rossi's on a late charge as well in P4, looking for a podium, picking up that last step of the podium if he can. I'm looking to pick up a top 5 if I can. Rossi's up the inside into the podium positions. I don't know who's getting that overtake on. I think it's Jack Miller who's going slowly now. He can't put the power down. I'm going to go for power mode 2 down the back straight just to help us along a little bit. But I am in 6th place right now. This is much higher than we've ever been in this career mode so far. Half a second off of Crutchlow. Crutchlow's holding on to his tyres. You can see, look at that rear end. Power mode 2 again if I can. Probably run power mode 2 to the end now. He's out wide a little bit. We hold a better line through there. A little bit wide on exit. And now, ooh, we're closing in. I thought about just bombing it up the inside, but just haven't got the grip on the brakes just to be able to control it. Let's see then. It's going to be a final corner job if anything. Power mode 2 to the end if we can. Into turn 11. Early on the power if we can. I'm going to lift off, tip it in. Oh, a little bit wide as the tyres won't grip up. Here we go. We're going to have to go for it around the outside. Whoa! Get it slowed down. Come on. Marc Marquez takes the win. Where's Crutchlow? Side by side with Cal Crutchlow. I'm going to squeeze him to the inside, but he's just got the legs on us. Ah, we almost made it into the top 5 there. We almost made it into the top 5. We did make it into the top 5. Okay, random. I thought Crutchlow got it, but it looks like we managed to get it. So, top 5 for Aprilia. That is fantastic. Quartararo couldn't catch up to Marquez in the end. Marquez set fast lap of the race. Valentino Rossi did get 3rd place in the end. What a charge. He was near 8th place early on because we were following up through the order. So, there we go. Top result for us, P5. Elation 11th and Iannone not classified. Not great for Aprilia. We've got 3 riders but very inconsistent right now. Alex Marquez didn't classify either, which is fantastic news for us. Valentino shoots up to 3rd in the championship as well. Marquez has got a bit of a commanding lead at the minute. Quartararo shoots up 5 places as well. We go 3 places up as well into 15th in the championship. 14 points. Where's 10th place? 26, 12 points to bridge the gap. So, feeling more confident about the season now. Aprilia getting ahead of Alciaris. Wow, that is good. And Aprilia ahead of KTM too. So, perfect result for us in our championship. We gained a bit of rep from the race as well, which is good. Position bonus, 5th. We hit the objective, 6.5 rep increase. So, that helps us secure our contract a little bit more. We're going to get a few more credits, 13,500 for 5th place, which is good as well. So there we have it. That's been it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed the next episode in this career mode, and if you did, remember to smash the like button, share it around with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.